G'day everybody, welcome back to Spouts Tarot. So today's pick a card reading is going to be a message from your spirit animal. So your spirit animal is basically your current energy, and the message is where you should go next to find some closure or to continue on something or to find a message. This reading derives from the fact that I did something like this for myself recently to find closure. And yep, I did find it. So now I'm going to extend this energy out. And since I'm a little baby channel, nobody's really watching me at the moment. So I think this could be quite specific for people who end up clicking on this. So just use your intuition, your gut feeling, and choose the card that most speaks to you. And I'll see you in a little while. Okay, welcome back, pile one. So if you chose the B, this tells me that your current energy, your current situation is that you were busy. Okay, so most likely teamwork, group project that's been keeping you occupied. So efficiency was maybe the core issue, because we all know the hexagonal shape is the most efficient or the most effective in storing, in working around waste with no wastage. So you've been buzzing back and forth, remaining generally very positive, but maybe a little bit exhausted. Okay, so bees are very hardworking. They're also artistic creatures because, as we all know, they create beauty. They also create delightful honey that we all love, and they cross-pollinate many different floral species. So busy, busy, busy bee. Now the place card that I got when I requested a place where this little bee should go was the lake. And I'm not surprised, because if you take a look at this, after all the busy work, I do think maybe tranquility, a time for you to chill and to reflect on what's happening in your life, is a much needed break. So that's what I've got now. The next thing that we are going to do is pretty much find out what will happen when the busy little bee, aka you, goes to a lake. What things can you expect? Emotions, feelings, and things like that. So let's see what we have for today. I know this is kind of like a out there reading, but let's see how it goes. This worked for me. Okay. Oh, wow. That's pretty much instant. Okay. I was going to do a different spread, but I think Destiny decided for me what kind of... Oh. Okay. Can we see? Yes, we can. And what's on the bottom of the deck? Chariot. Okay. Let's put this here. Okay, so I thought this was going to be work related because I got a busy bee theme card and also late. So I thought it has to be related to work. But as per usual, tarot always proves me wrong. All right, this really looks like a relationship reading to me more than anything else, clearly. Here, there's a lot of water energy along with the lovers. So this segment tells me this is a love reading, relationship reading. Okay, so it looks like at the start of your relationship, things were, of course, very, very good. All the criteria for a happy relationship were met. So your physical, your emotional, your spiritual, it's all flowing from this primary relationship that you had. And at the time, it kind of seems like a divine union, because you can see wings, solar. So there's not much to say there except that on the surface, everything appeared wonderful. very much in control. So this relationship either had a very strong leader or partner that kept everything intact. Either you were very much in control of your emotions or your partner was, and this relationship was guided very well, or it went according to the norm or what you expected. And the underlying union is very good communication. So sometimes you thought, oh, it's kind of telepathic what I have with my partner. We don't even have to say that much, okay, because we naturally understand each other so much. It's wonderful. So this is the, I've made it moment, okay, relationship wise. The love is very, very strong in this relationship, or the physical attraction is or was, because you complement each other very, very well. One of you is particularly grounded and the other one is imaginative but willing to extend themselves back down to earth to meet you, or you are willing to engage in more fantasies to meet them. So basically it's a meeting of minds, okay? And even though one partner basically chose to enter the relationship blindly or without using the normal logic that he or her or whatever coupledom you are usually exercises, but nevertheless the other partner entered this relationship with their eyes fully open. So this is what I mean about the one partner being particularly strong in the relationship and holding it together. But there was possibly some sort of misunderstanding. Now this misunderstanding, let me just get another deck to see what this could be about. Like, usually I don't use this, but let's just see, okay? Let's just see if I can get a message for this Five of Swords. What was this Five of Swords about? This isn't the best deck to use, but let's see. Let's just see. Limitations, okay. Okay, so let's see what this is about. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought or simply choose something better for yourself. Okay, so this relationship, what it looks like now is that this stronger partner, the more dominant one, now I don't know who that one is, as the relationship progressed on, the partner with their eyes closed maybe felt there was some restriction in the relationship, and maybe it wasn't it wasn't something that was overwhelming in the beginning, but it got to be so, and the temptation maybe eventually got the better sense of the partner that is closing their eyes when they entered this relationship, because as you can see, the serpent is the primal character here, and this center sword, finally the serpent has grasped the most important point, one of the partners. And so maybe there were things which were not particularly honest about the relationship, simply because this particular limitation was not openly discussed. So the partner chose to maybe do something on the sly, or do something and maybe think that they could get away with it because they didn't want to jeopardize the harmony of this relationship, which generally satisfied the three major points of what you or the other person wanted. But something was not quite right. So the relationship did receive its first test or obstacle. So this is when bees get frustrated, when they're kind of overworked, right? So bees work really hard until they reach a point of exhaustion, and then they they have one shot at using something. Well, the girl bees do anyway. So they've got one shot in basically winning the glorious moment, but they've only got one shot. Once they use their stinger, it's gone and they perish. The boy bee doesn't even have that. The boy bee's function is very limited, but the girl bee has one shot at saving herself. And it looks like this one shot was used. And after the bee uses its stinger, of course, it must perish. And I think the relationship did receive some sort of destructive imbalance, either a huge fight ensued, or maybe it's somewhat broken at this stage. And this is why it's good to have some time out and reflect. I think this is why this card is coming out. You will get through this. Now, what this looks like is, it's not the same relationship. Even if you do get back together, it will not be the same relationship, because if you take a look at this victory card, she's looking away from the original stronger partner in this relationship. They're looking at different directions. However, if we line it up here, this new direction, the Chariot means movement, but it's movement with a guarded heart. So the new person possibly that will enter your life is going to be more of a match towards you, or your original King of Cups is going to change something and then basically remove this limitation that this relationship had initially. Because maybe this thing which is unspoken, which was done on the sly, it did rock the relationship fully so that both partners could have a chance to actually get reacquainted with each other, but on a level that doesn't involve one person closing their eyes while the other one being opened and more in control. So this doesn't look like a really damaging, or it was disruptive, but it's not like a damaging relationship. It doesn't feel that way at all. It just, I felt one partner just felt restricted but didn't want to voice that restriction, and the other person probably didn't even know that the partner felt restricted. They probably thought everything was going along smoothly until they found out this element, which was the thing that was unknown, that was hidden. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Yeah, it's, in terms of real relationship disturbance, this doesn't seem it. It looks like a small hitch in a generally otherwise pretty good relationship. So yeah, that's all. I hope to see you again. Thanks, bye. Welcome back, Pile 2. So if you picked this card, the Wolf, this reading is for you. So the wolf, of course, is a pack animal. So the tribe, the pride, the group, whatever, the family unit is very, very important. And there's safety in numbers, there's camaraderie, there's everything within the group that is shared. So my guess on first impression is that this is going to be involved, so this reading is going to involve family structure of some sort. Yeah, so there's a lot of heat at the bottom. This is an earth card, but there's a lot of heat in the bottom, and then there's looks weird, but it gives me the feeling that this little wolf is on fire. But let's see how things go. Okay, now I wanted to get a destination or place with today's reading. So the card that came out when I asked what is the energy of this wolf card is the Luxury Boutique. And so this is where dazzling gems, precious metals, handcrafted masterpieces, and bespoke luxury falls in. Now, I'm thinking, right, wolf and family and gems, metals. Could this be about inheritance of some sort? Either you wanting to leave a legacy for someone or somebody leaves something for you. So that's my first impression. But to get what this is all about, we're going to use tarot. And I wanted, like, group 1 didn't actually allow me to use the spread that I wanted to use. Hopefully this group, the energy pertaining to this group actually will. And so I want to do a time spread, meaning what's the energy behind this wolf connection and the luxury boutique when you go. So what would it be? So now I need to find the main theme card first. Okay, significator. Okay, so what's the oh I do not control these. Like, this looks like another relationship thing. Okay, I thought it's going to be a family thing. Okay, but let's see where this actually belongs, because we're not necessarily... Oh. Hello, sorry. My mum just called before, so I had to answer. I mean, we all have to answer to our mums. So we got the Two of Cups, remember? So the Two of Cups fell out, and now I have to search in what area. Generally, the Two of Cups always imply relationships. However, just in case it doesn't, I'll still need to check what this is. Okay, all right. Okay, let's give a little bit of a shuffle, and then let's look for it. Okay, Two of Cups. Where are my Two of Cups? You know, I really love my mum. She's always been very supportive, but like all mums, she's really brutal. Like, she's really honest, but I do appreciate that. And of course, you know, relationships with mums and daughters are, you know, they go through phases. I mean, sometimes, I mean, I'm not proud of this, don't get me wrong, but we do have head bumps. But overall, I really do love my mum, and she is definitely one of my best friends. One of my best friends, along with being mum. So, mums. Alrighty. You know, I'm going to really have fond memories of her when she leaves for the great skies one day, and I'll look back and, oh, okay, so it's here, it's family, it is family. Okay, so the hunch was correct. This relationship is going to turn into family. Oh my God, I know what this is, I know what this is. Oh, I have a feeling I know what this is. Okay, so I'm going to do my intended original spread. My time spread. Let's put this back here. Okay, so what I really wanted, okay, to do. So the first card starts off the process. I cannot. Oh, there we go. Oh, yes, this is. Alrighty, okay. Wow, just wow. Okay, just wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, you guys saw this by yourself, okay? All right. Can we see? This is pretty self-explanatory. Okay. This is turning someone into a family member. This luxury bouquet, not bouquet, boutique. Okay, it looks like a proposal is coming. So I don't know which part of this relationship you are on. You're either the proposer or the proposee. You guys are all looking towards the future. Yeah, okay, you're becoming family. So like I said before, the wolf is like a pack animal, and it enjoys being part of a family, so you're creating one. So this, of course, the Queen of Cups, we already know. This is emotion growing something now, okay? Yeah, Venus we've got here, relationships, facing each other. Okay. But at this stage, why? Yeah, okay. Let me think this one through. Well, okay. This timeline spread, when you get there, this situation, this is what you were thinking. You were thinking of creating a very nurturing relationship with this partner. So you want to care for this person. This is motherly, nurturing energy. And you feel as though everything that you've done is working up to this particular place in point. Because the World card signals the end of this formation or this cycle. Okay, so over here, it's generally very, very positive. Okay, so all your hard work, this is the point of fruition. What is actually happening is you're taking things to a new direction. So you're elevating or having a step up in this particular relationship, because what's crowning this reading is this Two of Cups. So this is your significator card, and it falls in the realm of family or material realities, okay? So it aligns with this. So you're planning to take the next step. So the next step is definitely creating something, either new life via, you know, like the birth of a child or a baby, or the birth of something new that you are working towards. And the way that she's holding this Venusian symbol looks like a key to a home, okay? So it looks as though she's creating a new home, and she is looking towards the night. She's looking towards this direction. The only thing that concerns me is at the bottom of the deck is this Five of Wands. Now, traditionally, the Five of Wands depicts some sort of struggle, because these two horses are not on eye level, so there is some disagreement. So either you're turning this relationship into a legal commitment and there are wedding details that you're not agreeing on, or you feel, one partner feels as though this relationship should be taken to the next level, but the other one is not quite ready yet. Because the Empress here, the growing energy, she is kind of looking towards this night, which means the desire to grow the family is taking the next step up, because this is always a card of movement. But the Knight of Cups is looking directly ahead, so they're not facing each other in any way. So it looks like one partner doesn't necessarily seem ready for the commitment, whereas the other one does. Or you could be struggling with the details of maybe what the wedding arrangement should be. And this is why you've got the luxury boutique with gems. So, I mean, it's good if you're arguing how big the rock should be, like Like, I insist on giving you a 10-carat diamond. No, but my finger only suits 5. Okay, so, okay, let's not be silly about this. Okay, let's get some advice here. What can we, is there any advice that we can have on this situation? Okay, give and take. Oh, you know, I can't make these things up. Give and take. Look, love heart. Be open to giving and receiving to keep the flow of abundance going. Give someone a chance and ask for what your heart desires. Is there another advice that we can get? Oops. And this one fell on the floor. This one fell on the floor, so I'm not going to take this one. Okay. Shedding. You are starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set high goals and standards. You work well in healing and medicine. Well, this one doesn't seem relevant unless it does seem relevant. Okay, so this one, I'm guessing, could have some significance to a few people who click onto this video. Maybe part of this relationship is due to work, and hence this not seeing eye to eye could be connected to work. Maybe one of you does not feel secure enough in this current situation that is personal, not connected to you as a couple, as a unit, and hence the person who maybe doesn't feel as though a marriage or a legal commitment is like opportune right now is because maybe there's work stress, maybe there's a shift in professional goals that they want to achieve. So because they've outgrown a work situation, and as we know these days, many couples are dual income families, dual income households, and maybe one partner does have concern about whether having a marriage is a good time at this stage if they're planning to switch jobs. But I think very, very likely there's a proposal or there's a legal commitment coming up or some sort of shift in romantic status at the bare minimum, because this is what the energies here are definitely all kind of family, love base, and bringing things to like a new level. This is what it looks like. Okay, well, whoever clicks on this, I hope this made sense, and I hope if this does resonate with you, just tell me, leave a comment down below so I can see if this is helping anybody or reaching anybody. But yeah, it looks like there's gonna be a scenario, maybe even if not in the immediate future, then in the long term, it's in the works. Basically, it looks as though you're heading towards a long-term commitment of some sort. Okay, thank you for letting me read for you, and I hope to see you again. Bye. Welcome back, Pile 3. So if you chose this lovely whale card, this reading is for you. So whales, of course, belong in the realm of water, which means emotion, but not deep emotion. Sorry, not shallow emotion, deep emotion. So the whales are one of the older species in our planet. So this wisdom can be connected to ancient knowledge, ancient religion, ancient thoughts, ancient spirituality, but basically it's really deep. It's not like a 5-minute mantra of telling yourself you look wonderful in the mirror. So it's something more profound. So you're looking for maybe quasi enlightenment in this modern day and age. And when I asked my place deck which card would suit or what destination would suit a whale personality. The Church card came up, but please don't freak out. I know these days people are really touchy about what religion that they belong to, and their sensitivities around that. I am aware. However, this card did come out, so I'm going to honor the system. But it's less to do with a particular belief and more to do with a spiritual sanctuary or sacred architecture. So I think maybe pay more attention to these descriptions if you are adverse to mainstream religion. If you are not adverse to mainstream religion, then please embrace this for what it is. Church, temples, anything that, mosques, anything that you are familiar with or that you have faith in. Okay, so these are the two cards which will act as our title or theme guide. And inspiration aside, we need to know the true story of what this destination for these personalities, or because this whale personality, I just spoke about ancient wisdom, but this is actually a person that is deeply compassionate. So if you pick this card, likely you're a giver, and you give to a point where many people through convention wisdom would probably call excessive, but to you it's just a Tuesday afternoon because you're not giving to earn any cookies. There's no like scout points that you're after. This is something that you believe should be done for the greater good of humanity. So this is not force. You've just come to a spiritual or a place where you can give without expectation. You don't want the applause. You don't need anything for it. And after having done that for a while, maybe you're reaching another stage in life where you've kind of come to the conclusion that should you be doing these things, or should you let karma ride things out, and by not really participating in being the good or bad camp and just let karma play its thing. You could be in that position where you're having deep, profound, spiritual shifts in your belief. But that's only speculation. We'll let the tarot guide us and tell us what the full story is. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is to get your card, the significator card for what this story is going to be. So bear with me, please. Okay. Oh, okay. This is like pile one. The energies will not allow me to do the spread that I wanted to do. Okay, so the exact same thing happened in pile one. 3 cards instantly fell out. Oh, there we go. 3 cards instantly fell out and I couldn't do what I wanted to do. So only pile two's energy permitted me to do my time spread on what was going to happen. This deck does not take reversals. Okay, so. Oh, okay, yeah. It is some sort of spiritual awakening. Yep. Okay, all right. Okay, now for this one, since we're going all spiritual here, I do have to get my Osho Tarot. Okay, so I've got the mini Osho Zen Tarot. Now, this deck I only use for kind of a higher perspective. So things which are more spiritual that don't necessarily connect to our everyday life from the hive. Okay. Okay. So you got the rebirth. So here we were just talking about karma and everything before. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. These 2 cards are connected. This is your spiritual aspect. This is okay. what this looks like to me is you're going in a direction where you are searching for, like I said before, something higher than what is known, but you are looking for a type of emotional connection. You are looking for a type of love. So this type of love is not, you don't really see any other love symbols here, do you? Besides this particular one. Now you notice the sun and the moon. These are traditional energies which personify our whole, the universe, humanity, because it's not like this represents the alpha and omega, the beginning and the end, right? Because the moon is only a reflection of the sun. What the moon can show us is only what the sun can allow it to show. So right now, it does look like you are in a search for a love that defies the norms. It's not teeny boppy. It's not like, like swipe left, swipe right, that kind of love. It's not. It's something more compelling, something more profound. And you are conversing with somebody that is more maybe traditionally aligned. So this is what the Hierophant is. It is traditional religion, which matches our church card, as we said before. So you are seeking conventional wisdom, conventional religious or spiritual wisdom. Now, conventional pertains to your particular culture or ethical system, okay? So if you grew up in a country that has strong Hindu beliefs, then you're going to go to a Hindu, I suppose, priest. I'm sorry if I don't know the correct term. So, and same, if you're Buddhist, then maybe you'd consult like a Buddhist temple master of some sort. But you're going to this traditional spiritual basically top. Okay, so somebody who's at the top or is supposed to have insight on this particular religion or faith that you are speaking to, you're going to them for guidance because you can't find the way out. You don't know how to, there's no alternative for you to look at the situation that you are currently in. Okay? It feels like you're stuck. It feels like your hands are tied, and also there's nobody that can help you remove this blindfold. Because once you remove this blindfold, maybe you're going to realize, yeah, it's a lot of swords, but there's huge gaps within the swords and you can easily escape. But you need somebody to untie this, and you're asking this traditional figure to help you untie this knot. However, your own intuition is kicking in over time as well. So you can see this, right? This crossover. So whatever is in your daily reality that you are thinking through, you're processing things in the daytime in a particular way. At nighttime, your dreams are also coming through to give you answers. Now, what I mean by that is, I'll tell you a story, and this is a real one. Back a few years ago, I felt really, really lost because I wasn't happy with my job anymore, but I didn't have a future outlet. I had no direction. And one night, I had a dream, and it was lucid dreaming basically, but I felt I woke up in the middle of the night. And then when I went back to bed, I found somebody sitting at the base of my bed, sitting on top of my foot. And then I felt a little freaked out because I was pretty much living alone. But when I woke up in my dream, I saw this figure and she turned around and looked at me. She had a face, but she didn't have any eyes. And that freaked me out. So I slept with my nightlight on for the next 1 week. However, when I calmed down and I thought about it, she was only an outward manifestation of my own internal fear because I couldn't see my future direction. And that was a projection of how I felt. So at nighttime, especially dreams are going to become prominent in this particular phase in your life, because whatever thoughts that you are going through in the daytime is going to be reflected in the nighttime via your dreams, giving you a different variation or maybe a solution or suggestions on what you could do. And you're consulting this traditional figure as well on top of that. You are feeling as though life has left you in the cold. And of course, you want to get out of this, because at this stage right now, you feel alone. And this is why you can't see things. You're hoping somebody will come and untie this blindfold for you, but you feel alone. You're either emotionally alone, or even if you have a lot of friends, they're kind of like faux friends, they're fake friends, or they're frenemies. So you don't feel as though you're part of a group of people who you can depend on. So this is why you're seeking like alternative, like soul groups. This is what you're basically wanting, a soul connection. You are planning on taking a new path, because right now things have got you in a bind. You're looking for a rebirth, and this card encourages exploration. So in your mind, you've already decided that you need to do something, and you need to do something fast. And this new direction that you're going to take, you want to decide how much of the world you want to know, how much of the world you want to see, because you want to leave all this. So from a higher perspective, the reason why you want to see the world is because it's going to give you a rebirth. Because at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Swords, I know this looks frightening, but it actually isn't, because all the damage or all the hurt that can possibly come to you has already appeared. So from this point onwards, you can't go any lower. So this cycle, as painful as it is, has in fact ended. So where you are right now, when you see this reading, rest assured that it's not going to get worse from this point on. Okay, and we are going to see something, a change. However, let me get some advice. Let's see if we can get some words, some advice here, some guidance. Okay, so maybe what do you need to know? Let's see if we can untie this blindfold by ourselves. Let's see if we can get guidance for that. So how can we untie the blindfold? Okay. Now, lead by example. While families do not have leaders and employees and are not really organizations, they could be considered a small not-for-profit business. Successful parents lead by example, setting out roles, boundaries, standards of behavior, and expectations with clear communication and enforcing rules with kindness. They value input from their children and are keen to make joint decisions with them. Okay, let me get something else then. Because this is a card of tradition. This could be a guardian figure as well. Oh, independence. It's time to go out on your own and create your own business or try something well outside your comfort zone. Okay, there we go. So, okay. What this looks like is, okay, now things get tricky. There are things that I could say here because of these two cards that came out. All right. So if you are watching this and your family is connected to a religion that has limitations on your ability to broaden your horizon, then maybe this is a father figure that is both genetic and maybe like a faith father leadership position. That could be one interpretation or another interpretation. And you're trying to release yourself from this hold. And that would make sense as well. Because if you left this mainstream religion or family, then you're going to be left alone. But right now, you are having a lot of your own intuition is telling you to go maybe a different way because you are feeling stuck. You are waiting for a rebirth of some sort. And if we go by the advice, the reading can seem that your unit or the grounding base, your foundation, is rooted in a religious body or organization that is maybe restrictive to what it is that you want to do. This looks like a sticky one. Yeah, this one looks above my pay grade. Okay, because it's a public reading, I can't go into it. If this was, if you were one of my clients, of course, like I've got clients from astrology that I also read tarot for, there will be in-depth discussion about a reading like this. However, because it's YouTube, let's keep things light and fluffy. So let's just say let's just go back to the original story where you're looking for guidance in some sort of traditional faith because you're in a pickle. Let's go with that. But okay, underlining all this could be something more serious, okay? And I acknowledge that, but I don't think we should go any further because, this is meant to be a kids-friendly zone or YouTube-friendly zone. It's Disneyland here, guys. Okay, so I'm sorry that I can only take things this far, but I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.